Um, I'm going to answer the questions. I'm going to answer the questions about Dan and Alina. Those are the two names that I am only saying. Yeah. Yeah, because that was a lot. That was a lot. And, you know, an old wise man has said to me a few times, he has said that it's not about who's right or who's wrong. It's about what is best. That's what he said. That's what he said. So I think this is best. All right, so I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna start letting up subs again. All I ask is that because I approach all things in love and kindness. Again, I know that this is a lot of emotion, and I am definitely willing to hear people out. I didn't sign an NDA. I didn't sign an NDA at all. Now, my mama told me don't sign nothing without reading it, and no, I was actually gonna be no, I ain't signing no NDA. All right. Naquan, what's up?
Hey, no, I don't have much to say. I'm just gonna make it very clear. If you are a dude and you are in here disrespecting anybody that comes up on this panel or in the chat, I am gonna block you. I'm not tolerating the disrespect of any woman. Definitely not a black woman.
Thank you, Naquan.
This is your only warning.
Thank
Be
you.
respectful or leave.
All right, talk to the people real quick, Naquan.
All right. So, yes, it is Thursday. It is the beginning of spring. The lovely queens are gonna be out. The young men are gonna be out. Let's have fun. Let's do the proper research. Because if some of y'all have not noticed, in Indiana, they are trying to pass a bill that is gonna take out the teaching that consent is needed. They are trying to remove that from sex ed in Indiana. So y'all need to call y'all councilman. Y'all need to call y'all councilwoman. And y'all need to also push back on the person that RFK is trying to hire in his team. He was charged back in 2015 in Maryland for practicing on autistic kids without a license. His father was also charged and locked up and license removed
What are
because
you
he was
talking about?
given. Oh, I was just telling them just in case they didn't know about these things, they need to get out there and call their councilman.
Oh gosh.
One is an autistic thing, and one is about autistic kids, and there's something going on in Indiana that they're trying to remove the teaching of consent from being removed from sex ed.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
But
Well,
you could drop me, sis. Love you.
appreciate you. Love you too, Naquan. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Show some love to Naquan. Drop those hearts. Okay. Also, guys. I know. Oh, fuck. you hear me now? Let me try someone. Um,
I can hear you.
Hey, you can hear me?
It's
Okay,
clear.
all right,
It's better
cool.
now.
Okay, awesome. I'm like, y'all can't hear me? I'm like, I got the AirPod on, just one, not two, but just one. The other one's dead. Okay, I did want to address something because I saw a little bit of it before my bro came up, before Naquan came up. We're not talking about anyone in the chat. All right, I understand again that people have strong feelings, but we don't need to be mean to anyone. And I'm specifically talking about Alina. We don't have to be mean to anyone. All right, it's unnecessary. So don't do that. We're not doing that here. All right, I don't want to see any L's. I don't want to see any mean comments or anything of that nature. If you fuck with me, all right. You fuck with me, you respect that boundary. All right. I say that with love. Should I have said rock with me? I just fuck with me came hard. It sounded harsh. But no, for real, if you fuck with me, then please, like, be respectful. That's all I'm asking. All right. What's up? What's up, Mr. James Baldwin's Rage?
Well, hey there.
Hey, old wise man.
I don't know if I'm wise. I'm old and cantankerous for sure.
You wise.
Thank you for having me up. I
Of
appreciate it.
course.
My comment is more for the general discourse than it is for you.
Okay.
And the Black creators that have been impacted by this. I guess my frustration is people expect Black creators now to grovel and beg and gnash their teeth. And it's clear that the systems and structures of racism and supremacy are working the way that they should. And let me say to you something that I've said privately, and I think it is true because you said it, right? Like, you made some missteps, and I think we all do. And I think this either or thinking that we are engaged in right now is a tool of supremacy. It is a pillar of supremacy culture. And you don't deserve to be beat up on. Let me say that to you again. You don't deserve to be beat up on. The way that people are attacking Black creators, yet the person that engaged in the racism is back to talking about Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk says everything that it needs to say to me about how people feel, and to do it to the most disrespected class of people, Black women, I find grotesque and I find offensive. Stop expecting of Black women what you expect of no one else. You did it with Kamala Harris. You did it with, you name it. You expect Black women to be perfect and to show up in support of your body and the bodies of everyone else. And I want you to hear from me that you are bigger than any mistake that you have made, that you are loved, appreciated, valued. You are amazing to me, even in your faults, and you deserve forgiveness. And I give it freely because who would I be to not give you forgiveness when I too seek it in my life? People fail to see the humanity of you all. And it bothers and irks my spirit that we are unwilling to extend grace to Black creators. Yet, we have moved on for the people that continuously and perpetually engage in cause colonization, can take up causes of people that they're not a part of that marginalized group, run with it, make thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars, and expect Erica with a child doing her best to make a better place for us to get it right every time. And you have heard from me, like, just so that I'm clear to the panel, and I think that this is fair, and if you need to cuss me out later, but we have had the conversation and I have given feedback. And I think that you have taken that with grace. But I'm not going to pounce on someone that is doing their best. And those of you that are out there engaging in perfectionism, demanding of Black women something that you cannot demand of yourself, not nearly carrying the weight of Black women, is absolutely despicable. And so, when we engage in these conversations, we must recognize that there is a place for accountability, but there is also a place for love. There is
Yes.
also a place for grace. There's also a place for hope. And yes, have I rocked some people's tail because they've acted in a way that I find inappropriate? Absolutely. There are posts on my page where I'm checking people. Notwithstanding that, where I need to have a conversation and forgiveness with someone, I'm going to do it because it is the very grace that I will need one day when I get it wrong.
Yeah.
And so I want to say to you that you are loved. You are loved without exception, without condition, notwithstanding the things that you got right or wrong, because you deserve it of me. And so do all of the other creators that are in this position. And so I want to come up and say that. I'm happy to chat with you if you have questions about for me specifically, but just know you are better than this. Keep waking up, as my old grandmother would say, and saying good morning, putting one foot in front of the other.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
Yep.
you. All right. I'm glad to have these lights because then I can't cry because they dry my eyes out. So
Child,
there's that.
well,
Christ.
you continue to do what you're doing, and just know that you are better than you yesterday.
Yeah. I honestly, like one young lady provided some great feedback about what it is that she wanted. She said, "Don't do it again." She made that known, and then like ideas for moving forward. It's just I don't know what people want, James. I don't like Jamal. Seriously, I don't know what people want. I'm not. What do they want? Do they want to see me cry? People don't understand that like this is almost 40 years, almost 40 years of like how my emotions are set up. All right. I don't cry in front of people. I don't. I
Hmm.
don't cry in front of people. All right. Like my bro has heard me cry. All right. My friends have heard me cry. My mom has heard me cry. My cousin has heard me cry. My son has heard me cry. But I'm not gonna cry in front of people. Even though they swell up right now, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's just the way that my like the way my emotions work. I'm literally internally telling myself right now, don't cry. And so I'm just like, I don't know what do people want?
Well, and I'm going to piss some people off, but I'm going to say this. Some people want to hurt you, not because they have a personal vested stake, not because they have an investment in healing or repairing relationships,
Hmm.
but because the internet gives them power behind the cowardice of a fake profile picture to engage in the most horrible and malicious acts. And since they don't have any control of their lives, they want to see you broken. And let me say, with every ounce of my being, that I refuse for it to happen. I don't care what people think. I'm going to protect you, much like I'm going to protect other people. And I see the comments. I appreciate you checking the negative comments, particularly about Alina, because I think they're out of place too. Folks need to give space for folks to have reconciliation conversations before they pass judgment. And it inflames the very nature of having those conversations when you engage in shit that you have no context about. People love to sweep around other people's doors, but their front porch is dirty.
Exactly.
So let them folks talk. Let them folks have a conversation. I have said my piece in private because it is not my conversation to have. I love both of you, and I'm going to say that publicly. I love both of you and would move heaven and earth from both of you. But the conversation that you need to have does not need to include the general public before you have it in private. And people might think that there might need to be a public conversation after that. But to the extent that it matters, how can we move in love with one another?
That is true.
That is the key to this. People they are easily moved to hate, but stubbornly afraid of love.
Exactly. I think that I agree with you. I agree with you. Um, Drea, if you are in the, let me see if you're in the request. Drea with three A's, if you want to come up, love, I'd like to speak to you. If only if you want to. If not, then you don't have to. All right, Jamal, thank you so much. Thank you for everything during this time. And I'm gonna keep calling you old wise man because you are. You're my old wise man. So thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I love you
Thank
on
you.
purpose.
I love you too. I love you even more on purpose.
All right, bye.
All right. I love. All right. Let me see here. Hey, Trisha.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, love.
Okay. Um, so I wasn't going to join because I didn't want to do this publicly, but apparently there is no other way with you. So
You
I want to
can
understand,
message.
and I want to be very clear that this is not, I'm not angry. I am hurt, and I want to ask you respectfully about this. And I'm not going to ask you about the specifics of the tour. None of that is for me to inquire about. I just have a couple of questions, starting with something you said earlier tonight when you were recapping.
Mm-hmm.
You said that when you came back from the tour, you know, you were feeling good about all you had accomplished, and you thought everyone would be able to see, like, that you guys did some good. Erica, if that had been the case, if no one was up in arms about the racist behaviors of she who shall not be named, would you still be a part of this?
I'm sorry if you said if everyone wasn't up in arms about the
if
racist
the
behavior.
communities, the
No.
respective communities of all those creators weren't throwing fits
No, I heard your
about
question. I said
the
no.
racist behavior of the organizer,
No,
would you have
because
stayed
to this
affiliated
day,
with them?
no. And the reason why is because she has not released a statement. She is going on as if nothing happened. Other actions that she has taken shows that, again, that she is not a safe person. I don't know if you heard that part, but no, I would not.
Then why, when you guys did the recap live right after, were you all praising the crap out of the tour?
Why were we praising the crap out of the tour?
Yeah.
Because we had fun. We did something good in Texas. That's why.
But where was the accountability? Or even the recognition that people had concerns?
Okay.
Because from what I saw of that, you guys seemed like angry and vitriolic at anyone who dared doubt or spoke doubt.
I wasn't angry or vitriolic at anyone. Please don't put that on me.
Erica,
I wasn't
you said
angry or
therapy.
I wasn't angry. And then guess what I said after that? I said, even I'm seeking therapy. I just saw the lady on Tuesday, but it had actually been Monday when I saw the lady. I saw the lady because I just started therapy.
Listen,
and
I see my lady every week, so I get it.
But the thing, hold on one moment. I'm not trying to be defensive, because here's the thing: I'm talking to a white woman and I'm a black woman, and if I show any type of passion, people are going to say that I'm an angry black woman.
I'm not white, Erica, and you know
All
that.
right. I'm sorry, you're not. You're Indian. I'm so sorry. My apologies, Trisha. I'm not being angry with you. I want you to understand
I don't
something.
think you are.
I just want you to understand something. All right. I said that, and someone took just that clip, which is what people do on the internet, but they didn't take the full clip where I literally said that I just saw the lady. So I can say for myself, seek therapy. All right. And that's what I did. I'm seeking therapy. All right. Because this is a whole lot. This is a whole lot. So, I mean, I don't know what else it is that, how can I put this? I'm trying to make sure that I word it correctly to ensure that I am effective in my message. The person that you're upset for, I'm speaking with them tomorrow privately. Now, if they would like to have a private, not a private, but a public conversation afterwards, then by all means, we will have a public conversation. I do not mind. All right. But to say that I was saying someone should seek therapy and I wasn't talking about me is wrong. Play the full clip, please.
Okay. Listen, I'm asking questions. I am not.
I understand. I just want everybody to play the full clip.
Okay. If that's your response. And the final thing I'm going to ask is the thing that I have reached out to you privately about. a few days ago and haven't heard back. And I was not going to bring this up until you brought it up yourself a few minutes ago. So if you don't want to discuss that situation, you just tell me and I'll walk away from it.
Does this have to do with Alina and Dan?
It has to do specifically with Dan.
Specifically with Dan. Now, you can ask the, I'd rather talk to Alina first about it.
Okay, then I will leave it alone for now.
Okay, all right. Did you have any other questions, Trisha?
I don't.
Okay.
As I said in that message that I sent to you, I understand that a lot of this has been painful for a lot of people. And I am not diminishing that you are one of those people. I hope that you can recognize that, and I think you have. I think you've said it tonight. So I'm not even going to say I hope you can recognize, but this just feels like all of this pain for so many people and all of this loss for so many people, it just didn't need to happen this way. And I think I'm tremendously sad that this is how it's all shaken out.
I agree with you. It's tremendously sad. It is. It really, really is. Like, yeah, I just don't know. Yeah, I just don't know.
I know.
I have a question for you, Trisha. And I'm only saying this
because given the relationship you and I specifically had,
I have a question.
It also, like, that friendship also, it is why I came up here to address you directly, because that's what you asked us to do. Mm-hmm. And I'm not here to, again, I will repeat, I am not attacking you or anyone else. I had questions.
And you had them ask. I just think with the Dan and Alina thing, I'll just reiterate what I've always thought about it. I think that Dan should apologize to Alina, but that is for Dan and Alina to work out. Dan and Alina have to work that out. All right. I don't understand why I was put in the middle of it all. I don't understand why I was put in the middle of it all. I will just say that things were brought to my doorstep that I didn't want to be brought to my doorstep. I'll say that. That's all I'm gonna say. Things were brought to my doorstep that I didn't ask for, and I was put in the middle of something that I had no business being involved, that I didn't want to be involved in from the first place. I'll say that. And with that being said, like I said, I'm talking to Alina tomorrow, and I hope all goes well. And then the door is always going to be open if Alina wants to have a public conversation, always. And I'm going to reiterate this again in the comments. All right. There will be no Alina slander. We're not doing that here.
Oh, no, they're bashing me in the comments right now.
No Trisha slander either. We don't need that either. Just no Trisha slander either, guys. Hey, guys, we can disagree. We don't have to always agree. Just y'all stop. Okay? Yes, sir. I got you. Y'all just stop. But yes, Trisha, did you have anything else
Nope.
that you wanted to come up with? Okay, love.
I don't.
All right. Well, thank you so much. That was just me for a deep sigh. Thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate you. Thank you.
No problem.
Hello. How are you tonight, love?
Hey, Erica. Good evening. First and foremost, I want to say that I've been watching you for a while. I love you. I think you're very smart, very charismatic, super intelligent. Hey, I think you are very charismatic. I think you're a very smart, intelligent woman, and I admire your strength. I really do. And everything that's transpired, I've been thinking about you nonstop. I've watched you in other lives, and I've been very worried about you. A black woman to a black woman, I've been praying for you and your strength, because nothing hurts me the most than seeing black women being attacked and hurt, judged, talked about. I have been angry myself because it affects me as a black woman. I've been worried about you nonstop, and I'm so sorry that this has happened and you've been caught in the middle and caught strays. You have taken accountability. I think you did awesome on this tour. I'm super proud of you for continuing to follow your passion and your calling, what you have been called to do, because we learn a lot from you. You understand? We do.
That sounds crazy to me, but thank you.
I'm being honest
Thank you.
with you. I'm being very honest
Thank you.
with you, 1,000%. And I have cried with you. Trust me, I have. And I'm grateful you are in therapy and you have a great support system, because you don't deserve this. That hurts me so bad to see black women bash each other and treat each other the way you have been treated.
Thank you. And that's been my whole thing this time. Like when I talked to the young lady last night, when I talked to her last night, my main thing is that I never want to see black women argue in public with each other. I never want to see that. And it's not something that I'm ever going to participate in.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
just not. And so they said that they didn't want or need an apology. I just know, I just hope that they know that how I feel. I think they do know. And I definitely wish them all the best. I just wish them all the best. I just wish them all
Yeah.
the best. And like,
Yeah.
I think people have to like realize that we have a lot more in common. We have a lot more in common. That's it.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
have a lot more in common. That's all I'm gonna say.
And I agree. And I agree with you 100%. You're resilient, and I'm proud of the strength. And I know you deep down inside is ready to move past this. And I can see how much it's affected you, because it has affected me. And I wasn't even on this tour, but as a black woman, we're around the same age. It has affected me. And I'm with you, and I stand with you, and I'm going to continue
Thank you.
to support you and ride
Yes,
with
Debbie.
you 1,000%.
Thank you.
Because your voice deserves to be heard. You deserve to be out here. Continue to educate and be yourself. Period.
I'm trying.
I know, and that's all you can do is try. And it's okay. You don't have to cry in front of us, but continue to put yourself first. Give yourself grace, Erica. Please. Please give yourself some grace and take care of yourself and your baby, because that is a priority at this point. And I can't wait to see this blow over.
I don't
'Cause
know
it-
about. I don't know about blowover. I do just want
Yeah.
it to be lesson learned that people
Yes, ma'am.
like, and myself included, we just make better decisions in the future.
Yes, ma'am.
Is what we
And
need to do.
yes, ma'am. And I agree. And I'm proud of all the creators that went on this tour, especially the black creators. I mean, you guys, I'm so proud of y'all, man. I really am. I really, really am. And don't give up on your calling. Do you understand? You were made to do this. And we're going to continue to support you till the wheels fall off. And I mean that. And I mean that. And I'm with you. And I'm going to continue to pray for you and ride with you. You got this.
you, Debbie.
Got this. And make sure you continue to take care of yourself. Put yourself first, sweetie, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am. And
Words.
that's all I wanted to say. James said it all for me already and took all my questions. So, but I just wanted to send you some love.
Thank you.
Because trust me, I feel you. I really do.
Thank you.
And I love you. Keep shining and keep grinding and put yourself first, sweetie, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I
You're
appreciate you.
welcome, baby.
Thank you.
You can drop me down, sweetie.
All right, love. All right, show some love to Debbie, y'all. Thank you so much for coming up. Who said this? Oh, OG said this goodbye is taken. Yeah, like when your mom, Debbie, we were like two aunties saying goodbye to each other. All right, and the kids are waiting in the car. They already got their coats on. They're waiting in the car. Man, jeez. Okay. Oh, I that's stuff on my eyes. Okay. The teens be doing that too? Yeah. I told you to put your coat on 45 minutes ago and they still talking? Yeah. I know those days. I know those days. All right. Oh, sorry. No, no. Decline the invite. I didn't do that on purpose. Decline it. They're gonna kill me.
Hey, oh,
I didn't do it on
decline it?
purpose. Yeah, I didn't do it on
Yeah,
purpose.
okay. I was a
But thank you for
little,
watching.
yeah, I tried to send a heart me, but it didn't work.
Yeah. Oh
Um,
no, no gifts on this live. I just wanted to let it be known, guys. This was sent in error. Dan is watching, and it's okay for Dan to watch. It's okay for him to watch. Okay. Dan, did you hear me say when I said that I think you need to apologize to Alina?
yeah, I heard that.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna, I'll say it right now. I did message Alina about an hour or so ago. Um, it's up to Alina if she wants to, say what was in that message. It's up to her if she wants me to
But
talk
you're
about it on
working.
live.
You guys are working on it, so that's the most important part.
I haven't gotten a message back, but it's also
We'll
possible
see
she
what
has.
happens.
Yeah, I'm just letting y'all know that's what's going on there, and chat's being really interesting, but that's okay.
All right, I'm gonna drop you.
Erica, yeah, no, you're fine, Erica.
Okay, love.
I appreciate everything you've said so far, and just enjoy the rest of your life.
I'm gonna try.
Okay,
Thanks.
bye.
Did Dan say life or live? You try both. I did. I did. Where is? I was trying to let someone else up, but they left after that. So here we go. Chris, you went immediately teacup. That made me paranoid. What you doing?
Sorry, I had to close an app on my phone. I apologize.
No
Um,
worries.
I,
What's up?
I was just coming in here just to give you your flowers, ma'am.
This is
I'm
Pellegrino. I drank Pellegrino from the bottle now, so I want TikTok mods to know that this is Pellegrino. This is just
we
water.
and we love the TikTok shop. Uh, I just wanted to give you your flowers when it comes to taking accountability, and I just want to remind you that you are very strong, you are very intelligent, and there's not enough positive words that I can say about you. And I just want you to know that you are loved, you're valued, and I appreciate you.
Oh,
And I
thank you.
appreciate and I appreciate all the Black creators on this app. There's another one that I don't know if I can mention, but he's my boy. You know who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's amazing, but I just want to let you know that you're incredible, and um I'm a relatively new love, but I'm going to be watching your lives much more frequently, and I love you.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you.
All right, well,
Thank you.
of course, I'm going to drop down, and I hope that you have a great rest of your night.
You too, love. Thank you.
All right, bye bye.
All right, show some love to Chris, y'all. Let's see here.
Hi, Erica.
Hi. What's up?
Um, as I mentioned, I'm going to say this very respectfully, and I'm going to give you all the grace in the world. I just have one question. On the live that you had the other night, you had addressed your community and the community that we had all shared together. And you had asked us very openly if we actually had our feelings or if they were placed in our head by someone else. And I will never know what it's like for you in your life. I will never know what it's like for a lot of marginalized communities. But speaking as a woman who has experienced abuse in the past, I do find it very distressing for somebody to ask if my feelings, thoughts, and opinions and experiences are my own, and if how I'm reacting to a situation that I'm seeing unfolding in real time in front of me are my own feelings, or if they're placed there by somebody else. That is very hard for me to hear, and it was very hard for a lot of people in our community to hear as well, as a woman, and for every other woman that heard that. And I would just like an explanation as to why that was appropriate to be said.
How would I know if it's inappropriate if someone doesn't tell me? I'm sorry that it made you. I truly am. Impact over intention. All right, the intent wasn't to make anyone feel bad or anything of that nature. It wasn't. That wasn't it. Impact over intention, but the impact of it did make you feel that way, and for that, I am sorry. That was never my intent to do that. So I'm sorry, applesauce, that it came across that way and that it hurt you because I don't want to be harmful. And so I am sorry that that hurt you. And I think moving forward, like I don't know all about the psychology and um, abuse and things like that. Like I wouldn't, I didn't know, but now that you told me, I'm so sorry that those words did hurt you because that wasn't the intent. But again, it's always about impact. It's definitely about impact, and I'm just really sorry.
Thank
The
you. I
intent and
appreciate that.
someone in the comments actually just said something really important. What the intent was. All right, I would say that for a few days I was on the defense because I had been like this, it was been a lot. Like every time I turned around, there was a message that was coming out, like that something was happening. Something was happening, it was a lot to take in. And I felt like it wasn't, I didn't have time to process much of anything. And I was just sorry. And it felt like with people constantly being in the comments saying mean things, like applesauce. People were in the comments saying you're dead to me. I supported you. You're dead to me. Get rid of your page. I just said they were saying all the mean things to me. You know, that's what people were saying to me. They were saying all of the mean things to me, and I was just like, "Hey, this is a lot. This is a lot. It's a lot." And like, it's a lot. So again, I am sorry that that specific statement made you feel that way. I truly am, because that wasn't the intent of it. The intent of it was literally like, guys, is this something that y'all truly believe? Because if you have supported me, if you supported me, all right, then that means that you know that I approach all things with love and kindness. I wasn't being approached that way. So it was like, why are people doing this? Why are the love doing this? Why are y'all cursing at me? Why? Why are y'all cursing at me?
I can definitely appreciate that and understand that. And I do apologize for people speaking in that manner. That I understand is not appropriate. However, I would like to say that the reason why a lot of people in the community felt the way they did is because they felt that their concerns were disregarded. And I understand that that's being addressed.
You all wanted answers immediately. Immediately. You wanted answers immediately. I didn't even have an opportunity. Like, as soon as something happened, well, why didn't you do this? And why didn't you stand up for this person? What did you expect to happen? Why didn't you do? I'm just like, God, can I have a moment? And then if I can have a moment to actually process what actually happened, because I've only said this once before, do have a processing disorder. Like, it takes me a moment to fully see things. Okay, it just does. It takes me a moment to fully see things. And people wanted answers right then and there. And I had already learned from the prior few days that answering right then and there didn't help me at all, because everyone just took the words and twisted them. It didn't make sense. It's like, what did y'all want? What did y'all want for me to do? It's like y'all weren't extending the grace. Y'all weren't extending grace. Y'all weren't. And that's what hurt me. And then I was like, I want to answer you, but I don't know how to answer you. I don't know how to answer you. And I'm afraid that if I answer you, that there's going to be a screenshot. Somebody's going to take a screenshot and share in someone else's Discord what I said. Like, applesauce, do you get where I'm coming from at all? Because I get where you're coming from. I do.
I do understand, honestly. I agree that I do concede the point that there was probably room for everybody to grow and learn from what happened. But I truly would like you to learn moving forwards is, even if it's just saying in the moment, you know what, I'm not in a space to answer these questions right now. Please give me a moment and I will address this at a later time. I would have appreciated that, because I remember saying something in the Discord. I can understand that one probably can't respond to every single comment here. And I do understand that maybe you're not in the headspace to speak of it now. That's okay. But like, from what I understood from our community, every single person just wanted it to be addressed. And I think that the longer it went, that we felt it wasn't being addressed, and that nobody said, you know what, I'm going to address this. Just give me a moment. I think
You all dropped, a lot of you dropped messages and left. So y'all didn't get to see the message that was there. I wasn't extended grace. I didn't do things in your timeline. And so y'all got upset with me, and that hurt. That hurt me. That hurt me. And I understand that I hurt y'all. I do.
100%. And I will give you that. I will extend the grace for that. And like I said, I think everybody involved has room to grow in this situation. I do. However, I know how I can move forwards. I'm just recommending that, should this ever happen again,
You promise it won't backfire on me if I say I just need a moment? Because I was scared to say I'm not kidding. I was scared to say I just need a moment. I was like, they're
I
gonna say that I'm avoiding. It was weird. I'm being super honest with you. I was like, okay, if I say I just need a moment, they're gonna think that I'm avoiding and that I'm shutting people down. Like,
I truly believe that honesty and transparency is the best policy. And if you're not in the capacity to respond right away when people are bringing their honest, heartfelt concerns, that it's okay to say, you know what, I can't respond to this now, but I get what you're saying. Let me take a breather and I will address it. Everybody would have respected that, because in our own community conversations, that's what we all wanted. That was the consensus that we all came to. If somebody had told us, hey, you know what, I see you, I feel you, I am going to respond to you, just to let me take the time, we all would have accepted that. And I think, like I said, everybody involved has room to grow here. I just think that would have been a very important thing to say. And then everybody knows what happened afterwards, and it's all just gotten to the point where it's too much at this point. I just wanted to go back to the immediate reaction at the beginning, and I think that's where everything kind of went wrong with regards to that. And then also my first question that I addressed, I really do want to say that I believe your apology. I do, and I'm going to take it at face value. I just really would like you to know moving forwards that it's not okay to invalidate somebody's experience. The same way that it's not okay for us to invalidate your experiences, it's not okay for you to invalidate ours. And that's what it felt like with that comment. I understand you apologize. I'm just going to recommend moving forwards that you also extend the grace to other people, that when they're coming to you and telling you how they feel, you believe truly that that's how they feel.
Thank you. I take it. I receive it. Thank you.
Thank you. I
Right.
hope you have a good night.
You
That's
too.
all I
Thank
wanted to
you. All right. Thank you. All right. Y'all show some love to Applesauce, y'all. Okay. What you doing on this side of TikTok?
I came to check on my friend. What's up, friend?
I'm going through it, but I'm
How are
okay.
you? How are
Uh,
you?
I'm not okay. I'm trying to be okay again, though. I really am trying to be okay again.
So why are
I
you here if you're not okay? That's my question.
Because it's past due. My Discord got yeeted today, so my Discord went away. All right, and I was just going into my Discord to actually address like the concerns that some of my subscribers had.
Hmm.
And I go in and I'm like, wait, I don't have a Discord anymore. It's gone. I didn't create it. I just curated it, right? And so like that's why I'm here, just to answer questions from like subscribers.
Okay. Well, I
Yeah,
just wanted to make sure you was okay.
thank
Um,
you.
I come in here and it sounds like it sounds like you're on the chopping block, and I just didn't. It
You
didn't
like
sit
the,
right to me.
I
I didn't
understand.
like that. But as long as you're okay and you're putting yourself in this position, I'll let it be. Okay,
All
friend?
right. All right. Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right.
Oops, sorry. Okay. All right. Thank you. Drop some hearts in the chat for King Rosewood, y'all. He's the best. He's the best. Okay. Um, AJ, because I saw you as Miss Ball, Miss Deb. I'll let you up next, love. Hey, AJ. I don't know if you can hear me yet. Hey, AJ.
Hi, baby. I can hear you.
What's up?
I had something that I wanted to read to you, and it's from my mother. Whew. So my mom actually was a Panther for years,
Oh,
and
wow.
I just want to read you something that she wrote to you. Okay.
Okay.
She got sick a few years ago, so she has a hard time talking. So she wrote this. I'm nervous.
Take your time.
Dear Erica, for 48 years, I woke up every day and I put on my beret. I've stood in this kitchen every day making food for not only my children, but now my grandchildren and my legacy. I've stood in Birmingham with the dogs. I stood with King. I
Okay.
organized with Malcolm. And now I'm fighting for Erica. I thank you so much for being the change in my child's life. She's watched you every day since she's got on this app. And she now debates politics herself, changing a lot of our family's minds, people around her's minds, and changing our community. For the first time in 47 years, hearing your voice the day I was making breakfast for my grandchildren, the first time I had ever heard your voice, I finally felt safe to hang up my beret. I appreciate you so much for bringing my child from such a dark place where she had no idea how to organize, how to radicalize, and how to speak up for herself, even having two Panthers as parents. You brought out a voice in her that we could never hear. So as I watch people come to you and tell you how much of a detriment to us you are, I remember being hit with water hoses and batons when people told me the same thing. And because I was a well-spoken Black woman, I wasn't Black enough. You are enough. You are Black enough. You are the culture. Welcome. Our ancestors have been waiting for you. And I pray that you stand in your boots as I place my beret on your head. You are blessed, you are favored, and you are loved. Thank you, and I appreciate your time. Love, Jonette Clemens. And thank you for helping me find my voice, because I always thought I was so afraid to speak up. And I started coming to your lives, and I did like maybe 3 lives so far, but I'm still scared. And I step out there and I put myself out there. And a lot of times I'm scared because of things just like this. But I know, when I look at my mom and I see the scars on her eye from where she was beaten, and I see my dad with his cane from where he was beaten, and they both still have their berets, I can't let them do you like that, because it's a lot of people who haven't stood for us. And I've watched you stand for us. And I don't mean to get emotional on your live, but I promise you, as a Black woman, I was afraid for so long because I didn't feel like anybody would hear me. And I heard you. And when I heard you, it felt safe. It felt like I had a place to go to learn. It felt like I had a place to go to change things. And just seeing this be done to you, I don't know who's right, who's wrong, because I admire all of y'all for even saying anything in the first place. But you my heart, darling, since I've been on this app. And I come up here and I watch you as often as I possibly can so that I can educate the people around me. And I've signed up over 500 new voters. I've pounded pavement. I'm making phone calls because you brought that out of me, and I was scared. And like I said, I got 2 Panthers as parents. It took you. So I just hope, I really, really, really hope that you don't lose sight of the people, the Panthers, the people that's watching you. Because not only is it my mom, it's her whole chapter that sat with her and wrote this letter. So just know that you love, baby.
I'm sorry. It's you. You are the reason why I decided that this is what I want to do. You're literally the reason why. All right. You're the reason why. All right. You are the reason. Thank you, AJ. Thank you to your mom. Thank you to your mom. Thank you to your mom. Thank you. Thank you to your mom. You are literally the reason why. You're the reason why. I can't stop saying that. I can't stop saying that.
Listen, I
You
love
are the
you.
reason why.
I love you
Yeah.
to death. And when I
Thank
tell
you, baby.
you, I have sat here and I have watched people for the past week and a half tear you to pieces. When I watched you stand out there in Texas, where folks don't even want us to be able to speak our piece. You know what I'm saying? My mama stood in Texas. I got pictures. My mama stood in
Yep.
Texas. My daddy stood in Texas, and you stood on a campus they wasn't even allowed to be at, and you
Yep.
spoke our truth for us. And the fact that it's us that's tearing you down right now is really what's bothering me, because at the end of the day, one thing that I've learned from my parents is that there's always going to be a space where they're not going to know how to speak for us. If we don't teach them how to speak for us, they can never truly be allies. And so if y'all working on the back end and y'all doing what y'all supposed to be doing, y'all a lot of y'all that's commenting on her, y'all ain't even took the first step to be a part of this fight. Y'all don't know how hard it is. Y'all have no idea, and you're attacking this woman. And I've watched her. I've literally watched the light go out of her face in the past few days because of how y'all get up here and y'all attack her for what? This came down from one person telling a lie to a bunch of people that started a whole chain reaction. And now y'all are tearing every single person down who has been a voice for you. And I'm sick of it. This is the longest, most ignorant fight, because y'all can't even understand. Y'all are so entitled that y'all literally want to dictate how people fight for you. Stop, because that is why we're losing. This girl get up here every day to get y'all the game, and y'all literally sitting there tearing her down as if she's not a human woman, a black woman, the ones that the most misrepresented. Just come on. We gotta stop this, y'all. At some point, stop. Y'all jumping up in the guest box to tell her everything she can do better, but I ain't seen one of y'all get somebody registered to vote. I ain't been on one of y'all lives. I ain't heard none of y'all jump out and say nothing. Y'all sit up here on TikTok and think y'all can attack people from the comfort of your home because you don't walk in their shoes, and I'm tired of it. That woman get up here every day and educate y'all, and y'all shit on her. Now, when she turn around, if she was to turn around and turn that camera off and she wasn't giving y'all nothing, half of y'all wouldn't know nothing. You need to stop. Erica, we love you and we thank you, baby, because
Thank
it's a
you, AJ.
whole lot of folks out there that ain't speaking for us.
That is
And you
true.
are. And you ain't gonna do it perfect. That's all right. But you doing it, damn it.
Thank you, AJ. Thank
I'm
you.
gonna get off of here. I'm gonna let y'all have it because I done got mad to the point where I'm shaking. Because
Thank you, AJ.
every single person, every time y'all put a hateful comment in this girl comments, or say something ugly to her, or hop in her DM with something ugly, you're disrespecting the sacrifice of my parents and my grandparents and everybody that came before her. My grandmama left me when she was 102 years old, and she was
Oh,
a
wow.
slave. She was a slave. I still heard stories of when she was a slave. Do you
We gotta
understand me?
talk. We gotta
I got a
talk.
history. I'm cut from good cloth.
Yes, you are. We
So
gotta
what
talk.
y'all what
I want to
y'all
know
ain't gonna
more.
do? Y'all ain't gonna sit up here and dog her out. Y'all ain't gonna keep doing it. Because at the end of the day, I'm coming 10 toes down behind her. And guess who else she got behind her? A whole chapter of Panthers.
Thank you, AJ. Thank you. Thank
We
you.
respect you and we love you, sister. I'ma hop down.
We cousins now.
I love you, baby.
I love you too. Thank you so much. Y'all show some love to AJ. Show some love to AJ, y'all. My God. Before I let Miss Deb up, please, yeah, show all the love to AJ. I set out on doing this because I just wanted to do some good. I know, like, people who have been here for a while, they know that like having like a podcast has always been the thing that I wanted to do. Having a podcast. I've always been interested in politics, thanks to my auntie. Always been like when Obama, first person I voted for was Kerry. And I was like, okay, right, he's not Bush. But when Obama came around, he made his announcement. I was fired up. As Obama would say, I was fired up and ready to go. And canvassing for Obama, getting people registered to vote, even phone banking, I did that. I did that. And I thought that was absolutely amazing. 2012, I was a little bit disillusioned. And then 2016 came around, definitely disillusioned, but voted for Hillary. And then, we had 2020 with Biden. And then Kamala came, and Kamala reignited the passion. Like, she literally reignited the passion. Like, a Black woman, with the potential to be president of the United States. And just being able to see her do what she did in such a short time frame, in such a short time frame. I started this. Hold on, Bubba, mommy is talking. Do you need something important, or can it wait? Because I'm on the live. Hold on, let me hold before you say something, because you be saying stuff. My son is telling me that he's my op. He's telling me that he's my op. Your kids will be your biggest op. They will be. They will be. Bubba, go. Thank you. But okay, sorry, I'm not sorry. Sometimes he comes in here and he be demanding attention. No, but just seeing what Kamala could do, learning all the things, learning about Kamala Devi Harris, learning about all the wrong that Trump has done. And it was like every single day something coming across. It was a lot. So, and I was like, people have to know the truth. And just to make it short, I know this is my platform, but just to make it short, I don't want to talk your heads off because there's people waiting. But AJ, AJ is the reason why. Is the reason why. She is the reason why. Just to be able to hear someone say that you inspired me to speak up. I'm sorry if I let anyone down. Not if, fuck that. I'm sorry I let y'all down. I'm sorry that I let y'all down. I don't plan on doing it in the future. It's not, I don't plan on doing it in the future. All I'm asking is please allow me some grace. That's all I'm asking. Please allow me some grace. I'm in the learning phase. And I understand that there's some people who just aren't going to accept anything that it is that I say. And I'm okay with that because the apology isn't for me. Well, the apology is for me because I did wrong. It is for me. Forgiveness. I have to forgive myself too. And I'm so sorry that I hurt you. I am. I'm sorry that I hurt you. And I just want to move in love and kindness. Like, because I tell y'all every single night, you can't do something kind for yourselves, do something kind for someone else. I'm gonna let Miss Ball up and then maybe one or two more people, and then I'm gonna have to I'm gonna call it. I am this is it's a lot, y'all. This is a lot. Hey, Miss Ball. Is she still here with us? I hope so. There you go. Hey, Miss Ball.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm maintaining. I'm here. What's up?
Well, first of all, I don't really
Yes,
know the
ma'am.
back end.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
just looking, finding out something's going on. Whatever's going on sounds like it's messy, whatever it is. So what I'm gonna need you to do is I'm gonna need you to straighten your crown on your head. I'm also let you know I can read lips, so when you was talking to your son, I understood everything you were saying.
Did I say
But
anything wrong? I said, you want to do
no,
this? You want to do this?
you didn't say anything wrong. But look at here.
Yes, ma'am.
This here, and I know you say it's not. It's your platform. It's your platform, okay? And the one thing you learn in life is that when you put out an apology apology is based on when you're ready to give an apology. You can't go through life trying to apologize to each and every one the way they want you to apologize and how they want you to apologize, because they're never not everybody is not going to be satisfied with that apology. So do it on your time. The thing you learn through here, the troubles and things that come to you in your life don't always come to break you. Some trouble come to make you stronger, make you endure, make you move on, make you move forward. And it also gives you the ability to find out who is really your friend and in your corner. People that are in your friend, that are your friends and are in your corners, and they say they're your so-called friends, they not gonna let little petty stuff like this break up a relationship. You don't fall out of relationships because of nonsense. Now, you may have your words and you may disagree, but you don't go to a point where you trying to tear down somebody's podcast. That's a whole different type of friendship. As far as I'm concerned, them the type of people that you need to weed out. Them the type of people that you need to move away from, because they come to steal and destroy your joy, and you can't let them do that to you. You can't, and I understand what you saying. You trying to apologize. No, I don't care how many apologies you give, how many apologies you give today. I don't care how many you give today. You're not going to be able to satisfy everybody. You're just not. Because right now there's somebody, even with the last girl, whatever, that broccoli chick, she kept saying she accept your apology, but she kept going with that but she's still trying to tell you didn't do it the right way. Either you accept my apology or you didn't accept my apology. I can't say I accept your apology and then tell you you didn't do it right. If I accept it, I accept it.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which way you did it. It doesn't matter if you didn't get on bended knees. It doesn't matter if you didn't go on the rooftop and shout it off the rooftop. If I say I accept the apology that you gave, then I accept it. And I'm not going to sit here and give you 50 different ways on how to apologize to me directly. If this is a big issue, then the apology that you give is not going to be for one person. So you can't let them tear your podcast. You started this podcast on faith. That's what you
That is
started.
true.
You
Yes, ma'am.
started it on faith, and you need to continue to move in faith. And those that will follow you will follow you. Those that don't want to follow you and they want to follow out over petty stuff, it's time to clear them. It's time to clear them out anyway. It's time to say adios, bye. Sometimes you got to know when to come. You know how you say you need to fold them? How you
Yes,
say
ma'am.
that? You got to
Gotta know
fold
when to
them.
hold them and know when to hold them.
You got to let them,
Yeah.
you gotta let
You
them
gotta know
know.
when to hold them and know when to fold them. Yeah, something
Look,
like
you
that.
got 600 people up there. So somebody's still hanging in here.
Wow.
Somebody's still hanging in here with you. You can't.
I don't know, Lady Ball. I appreciate you. I love you. I loved you from the first moment, when in October when we were raising money for the DV shelter out here, and Santana was talking crap, and he said that he'll match. So you just was like, well, here's another $100. I was like, all right.
He
I
was
love
getting
Lady
smart.
Ball.
He was
Yeah,
getting smart. So,
yeah.
he was doing some slick stuff. So we had to show him. I said,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
you don't know how deep my pockets go.
Yeah.
So you can sit up there
He
and
don't.
you see
He don't.
you see he put a limit on how much he was willing to do.
Got him. Got him. Yep, got him.
Yeah.
So that was,
Yeah,
yeah,
you doing a great job. I listen, and
trying.
people don't understand how important some podcasts are to people, and especially to people like me. A lot of things you don't know about me. I'm home a lot. I'm bedridden. I have major medical issues, but I don't complain.
No,
I
you
don't
don't.
get I don't get up and complain the next day because I know that I'm still alive. I'm still on this side of the dirt. And as
Mm-hmm.
long as you're on this side of the dirt, you can continue. You can continue
Mm-hmm.
with the struggle. You can continue doing what's good or what you feel is good. If you feel good about what you're doing, then keep doing what you're doing.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't let nobody tear you down. Don't let nobody get, like she say, behind on that typewriter, them old typewriter gangsters. Leave them typewriter gangsters alone. They sitting in like,
Typewriter gangsters. I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna start using that. All right. Don't now. You better copyright that right now. Typewriter gangsters.
that's what they are. And it's a form of bullying. And like I said, if you said what you had to say, or say it when you want to say it, like I said, if you wanted to come out next week and say, I apologize, then that's cool. Nobody said you had to run straight to the podcast and start apologizing to everybody individually or saying it this way and saying it. Girl, these folks enough to make your
Lady
head.
Ball. Lady Ball.
These folks enough to make your head split open. I gotta I try to be trying to stay TikTok friendly, but it's not easy for us, for my age group to stay TikTok friendly.
You
Yeah.
be trying though. I love you, Lady Ball. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay. Well, have a wonderful night.
You too, love. You too. Thank you. Draw some hearts in the chat for Lady Ball. That's my baby. I love her. Okay, let me see. I agree with you, Shayla. Let me see here. Oh, Freddie. Oh, wait. I gotta wait for you to load. Hi, Freddie. How are you?
Morning.
Hey,
I'm good. How are you? Well,
I'm doing
not how are
well.
you, but
Uh,
yeah.
I keep saying I'm
I
doing
just
well because
really
I think
wanted
that's
to,
the general response, but I
yeah,
know I'm not
I know.
okay.
That's why I was
Not
like, I'm not
okay.
going to ask really. I just really wanted to say, I don't usually pop up, but I did pop up on one the other day, just really quick, just to kind of say that, mistakes were made, things happened, but you can't beat yourself up for it forever, right? You have to take
Yeah.
that lesson and continue to fight because the real issues is not this petty. I'm not going to call it petty, but the world right now is in turmoil, right? So we need to remember that this drama is not the priority. The priority and the fight is against that orange man that's in office and what's happening with him. This is all kind of been like a distraction that people don't even know what's going on because if you don't watch TV and all the lives
Mm-hmm.
of people who normally go live is about this stuff. I don't do racism. I think it was awful once the story kind of unfolded and you and Santana kind of went on there and told all of it. I was just like, dang, like craziness. But also we got to remember if that fight is not going to be together with that group of people, and I'm not excluding white people, black people, Indian, purple, green. I don't care what color you are. Like, if you on our side, we need to fight. That's what's important. We need to fight. And if we can't fight together, we still need to remember the reason that this all is happening. We need to fight. Because if not, fascism wins and we're going to
We
be
can't let
screwed
fascism
even more.
win. We
Right.
can't let fascism win.
Right.
I will say that moving forward in before I participate in something ever again, I'm gonna talk to my mom first because she's smart. All right, she's a wise woman. Talk to her first, and also talk to my network. I have people who can actually like not. I'm not talking about TikTok people because I consider them to be friends too. But I have people that I've known for years who can look into things, who can figure out stuff to vet things, just to make sure that this is all on the up and up. And so that's what I'm definitely going to do. That's a lesson learned for sure. Make sure that, associating with the right people.
Exactly. And I think at the end of the day is that you realized your mistake. No one is perfect. Like no one is perfect. And
I definitely did that. Yeah.
they're putting you up on this pedestal and knocking you down for no reason. Like you human just like you and I, like everybody else. You are bound to make mistakes. And guess what? Another mistake is going to probably happen in your public platform. But it's how you go about it that makes the difference. I think what you're doing now, you owning up to what you did. You can apologize to those that you feel like you need to apologize to. Maybe things can be mended and maybe not. My grandmother and my mother always raised me with a saying, people are in your life for a reason, a season, a time, and a place. Okay, so if this is what, like Lady Ball just said, if this is what takes them out of your life for this season, then so be it, right? It is what it is. And guess what? As you continue on through this fight, you'll get others that'll be on board with you and forget the noise and the drama. I don't do racism. I don't do misogyny, misogynoir, like none of that stuff. I think it was awful, but I also think we can't lose sight of the fight. That's to me, that to me is the most
That's the
important.
most important part. I agree with you. I agree. My phone's dying. Let me put
No,
it on
you're
a
good.
charger. I
That's
hope
all
it
I wanted
works.
to say. I don't want to hold you. I know you said you was going to get ready to get off, but I just wanted to tell you,
Thank
hold
you.
your head high and just continue to fight. Like you are super smart,
I'm trying.
and you educate and you do it with love most of the time until they come out ignorant to you. But hey, match that energy.
And that's the whole thing too. I be trying not to match energies. That's why I had to take a step back and like, hey, how can I process this? That's what I'm trying to do. And again, just pay attention to the comments. That's all I'm
Yeah.
gonna say. Pay attention to the comments.
Oh, I
But
know.
thank you so much, Freddie.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate you, love. Thank
Hang
you.
in there. Keep your head high.
I'm gonna try, love. Thank you.
You're
Y'all drop some hearts in the chat for Freddie. Hey,
Hi.
hey, beautiful. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm here. I'm maintaining. I'm doing all the things that I'm trying. What's up?
Uh, well, I wasn't here for the full thing of what you said. I only realized just like what 5-10 minutes ago you were live. All I was gonna say is if it's related, just real quick. It's related to the Unfuck America stuff, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay. So I will
'Cause,
say
yeah,
is I'll let people know. Me and Erica are cool. I like this woman right here. I
like her too.
Yeah, I like her. So if anybody was thinking I was gonna come here and just be mad, no. Her and I have talked off the phone. She's already told me everything she apologized for, so I probably already know. I need to watch the video. Me and Erica love this woman. She's a good woman right here.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Tabby.
Yes, I support black women, and she is definitely one of the black women that I am here for. So I hope y'all weren't expecting me to come up here and like go after her. No.
Not today.
I rock with Erica.
Tabby, I don't think people fully understand when I say that I wholeheartedly believe that black women do not I'm going to say that I am not going to argue with a black woman in front of people. I just don't believe it. I'm not going to do it. And I just want to thank you for, taking my call and for talking with me for as long as you didn't have to talk to me for as long as you did, but we was talking. So
Oh yeah, we
I
were talking.
appreciate you. I so appreciate you so much. You just don't know.
I
You just don't
appreciate
know.
you too. Because like I said, anything you need, let me know.
Will do. I appreciate you. I'll be texting you.
I appreciate you too.
All right, love. Y'all drop some hearts in the chat for Tabby. No, seriously, that is a awesome, amazing, intelligent, smart young woman right there. She's awesome. She is awesome. There we go. Hey, Kiana. Hey, love.
Hi. Yeah. I don't even know where to start. So I haven't been on Debate Talk in a while. Because first of all, it's just becoming draining. Sorry, my daughter's here. It's becoming draining, and it was just, I had to take a step back because it was repetitive. But I just have questions on timelines because I know that people want to give you grace, and I understand that. But when I went to the Discord, I read the comments in there, and the first thing I saw was you ask, what do you want to come out of this tour? And after I saw that, I was like, oh, what tour? No, first I saw the Unfucked tour on my timeline, which is why I went to your Discord, because I didn't even think I was still in there. But once I saw that, I was like, okay, let me check. And I saw a bunch of comments about people, literally a lot about people's distaste for this tour. When I tell you that I saw the ad was homophobic,
Didn't agree with it.
I saw I saw someone named Z, I guess, the organizer is racist, and a bunch of people told you that. But you went. I saw one person that was
This was after the live.
Okay, I didn't watch a live, but I did see one person, say something out of hand. But for the most part, it seemed like people who supported you, who watch your lives and subscribe to you, was being a little respectful. So I just don't understand where the disrespect went. It seemed like honest people who were trying to voice their opinion, so you wouldn't be in this situation right now, is what I was getting.
No, so perception, right? Perception is reality. All right. So to you, you saw you saw what people were saying as okay. You saw that what they were saying was okay. For me, it was a lot to be taking in at one time, trying to answer everyone, and then just being like, oh my gosh, how do I handle this? Because first of all, I don't have any media training. I've never had any media training. I am literally just, as Bubba would say, a middle-aged mom, all right, who is doing this all on her own, trying to figure it out. All right, so I didn't have any media training. I didn't know how to address it. I did mention that earlier. I didn't know how to address it. I was like, okay, what do I do? I don't know what to do. All right, and so then with that being said, you said timeline. The comments that you were seeing were after the organizer did the live. It was after the organizer did the live. And that is where we later found out that while we were asking her to make a statement and people were making calls and stuff, asking her to do something, that's when someone else was behind the scenes saying, no, the Black creators don't want you to say anything, don't want you to make a statement. So that's what we were, and we were being told to hold off. It's being handled internally. And then with that ad, I thought that ad was gross also. I even said something about it. I didn't say anything publicly. And I know that you read the statement because you responded to it.
Yes.
I apologize. Kiana, you know how much I have apologized for not speaking up publicly, because that is the most important part. You don't matter what you say behind closed doors. All right, people don't know what you're saying behind closed doors. They only know what they hear. Y'all didn't hear me saying that ad was distasteful. Y'all didn't hear me saying that my Discord isn't happy with the ad. Y'all didn't hear that. And for that, I am sorry. I am sorry. Again, I did the tour because I was excited. Is it selfish? Yes, it was selfish. I did it because I was excited and I wanted to talk to the college kids. I wanted to have the experience. I wanted to get out there and do something good because I thought that I was doing something good. That is why. I
Okay,
thought I was doing something good.
bunch of people voiced their opinions about the issue days before you went. And what I saw was people being respectful, supporting you on their concerns on what happened. And I also, there's just a bunch of things coming out about a lot of the creators that it was included in these people's concerns. I do know a lot of people that are part of your community, the Loves, are in different communities, marginalized communities, voice why they were uncomfortable with the tour, and they specified saying that we still support you. We just think that this is the issues that we have with this tour, and I just feel like it was just like, oh, okay, well, I think that you asked. That's the issue that I had. I feel like if the tour is amazing, I don't think it should have been like, like apology after apology after apology. I feel like it should just be, I'm going on a tour, stand on it. But when people voice their concerns, it's because they were asked for their concerns. And I feel like that's the part that I'm irritated by, because I feel like a lot of people are being dismissed that has supported you and is being dismissed on their concerns that I think are valid.
I feel that. I respect it. I do respect it. Here's the two things that you said. People's concerns feel like they're being dismissed. I did not know how to answer those questions. Still feel like I don't know how to answer the questions. I still don't. I'm really trying to answer the questions. And then also, again, in the Discord, with every day, there is something being like sent my way in regards to this. I'm just trying to process it all. I'm really trying to just process it all. All right. And I said, hey, if you have any questions, definitely ask. I will answer. And I was answering the questions to the best of my ability. Like, I initially said that the tour for me was about going to talk to college kids and get them to register to vote. That same day, the organizer said on that live that we wouldn't be getting people to register to vote because they didn't have the infrastructure for it. So within a matter of hours, what I thought that I was going to be doing had already changed. So I was answering every question to the best of my ability. And then when the one person, if we're talking about the same person, you know that you can always message me directly, Kiana. If we're talking about the same person, once that person got disrespectful, that triggered me, because that's one thing. As one thing that I don't like is for white men to come at me sideways. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, but
I don't like for white men. That one person came for me, and that was the same day that I lost my job. And that's the thing that I was trying to say, is that I feel like people aren't understanding all of the things that happen during this whole entire experience. Like, Kiana, what do you want me to do?
Well,
I'm seriously asking, what you want? What you want me to do, baby?
because I haven't, like I said, I haven't been watching debate talks. I watched everything unfold. I'm not going to answer what I want you to do for me. There's nothing specific. I just feel like during this whole issue, I wrote my concerns. I have not seen a response. I got removed from the Discord this morning.
No. The person who created the Discord, because I didn't create the Discord. I just curated the Discord. I didn't create it. The person who created the Discord deleted the Discord this morning.
Okay. And also, we talk like personally a lot. When I used to mod for you in your lives, I just want the comments to be clear about that, because I'm not here to attack you. I'm just here to tell people what is being discussed in the Discord. I don't know if a lot of people are in the Discord. I'm just checking the Discord and all the messages of the timeline that I have in there. I used to mod for you. I supported your lives, stayed up on your lives, and I watch them all the time. Like I said, I haven't been in debate talk, but this whole issue.
Hey, Kiana, one moment. Hey, first things first is that we are not going to be disrespectful to Kiana. All right, I'm seeing the comments come in. I don't like it. I don't want it. Stop it. I don't know who's modding in here, but please, like, take care of it because we're not going to be disrespectful to Kiana. I ain't having it. I'm just not having it. We're not doing that. I'm
So I'm
sorry.
not looking for like an apology. I feel like you can do whatever you want. You're grown. I hope that, the tour brings something good for you. I'm just saying, based on
What
what
can I
I've
have?
seen and from the comments and for the whole information about the Loves supporting you, I just think that they did voice their opinions. And I feel like when I was reading the comments from other guests, I just feel like that wasn't being said. I think people did tell you before the tour. That's all I wanted to say, is that people did tell you the information on the concerns. And that's all. I'm not here to bash anyone. Good luck. I don't really have any connection anymore because, like I said, I wrote my comment how I felt, and the Discord is gone now. But I think that people who did support you, there's a lot of people in the Discord that we watch your lives, and I feel like they did voice their opinions, and that's all I just had to say.
So I have a question. All right. So is it a matter that I didn't respond individually to each person who voiced their opinion? And also, is it a matter of that I didn't listen to their opinion? Because I mean, if I had to listen, we wouldn't be here, and that's okay. But am I required to listen to everyone's opinion?
I think that you should do whatever you want. I honestly don't think that the apology should continue to go. If you went on a tour, you're fine with it, just move on.
I'm not fine with it though. That's the thing.
I think that the issue is that people not getting is that people did voice their opinions. That's my issue, is that it seems like, random people are coming up, like not applesauce. I think Broccoli came up, Trisha came up, and I'm reading the comments and people are like, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't understand what's going on. They don't have their.
That's people. That's people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like
That's
it's
people, Kiana.
as well, though. I feel like they did express their concerns, and I don't think you need to.
And I never dismissed the fact that they expressed their concerns.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what y'all. Okay, man, I don't know what to do anymore. I'm being serious.
I don't want you to go through anything. I wish you the best. I think that you went on the tour. I think that you do great things for the community. I always uplifted your lives because I always want to support Black women. But at the end of the day, people did have concerns about racism, about homophobic, about this tour. And I think they were dismissed. And I think that's why a lot of people are kind of frustrated.
Okay, I got you. You just said it, and I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I am sorry that the views and concerns of the Loves was dismissed. I am sorry that it came across that way. I was trying to process, but that's no excuse. Applesauce made a good recommendation for future references. If this were to ever occur again, just let y'all know that I need a moment. I just need a moment. I could have did that. I could have said that. I could have said I need a moment just to process everything. I didn't do that. My no response came across as dismissal. I am sorry for that because I didn't want y'all to feel dismissed. I just didn't know how to respond.
Like I said, I'm not looking for any apology. I think you went on a tour. I think that I just feel like
okay.
It's okay.
I know.
I feel like the aftermath with like the panels that are being hosted, I feel like everything that happened afterward, it just seemed like it was just ignored. And I think that like the lives that were taking place, all the other people that are being brought into it, and people are being disrespected based on one issue about this tour. And I just think that it's just getting out of hand, and instead of like addressing the people that is supporting, it's just a bunch of panels happening without, and that's why people's minds are just running free right now because no one is being addressed properly. Like yesterday, I think there was a live hosted, and it was a clip, and it was like, oh, the Loves left after dropping their concerns. And I think I saw people come back in, and they were it's just, I saw people come back into the Discord, and they were told to like not be accepted. So I
I
feel
didn't say not be accepted. I said don't approve any tickets right now.
well,
I did.
yeah.
I told one of the admins don't approve any tickets right now. But that's crazy. Oh, that means that one of the admins reached out. That's why I didn't want to say anything, because I feared that anything that I say could be misconstrued.
Yeah, I think that's the issue too. I think that's the issue
I
too
swear, it's
because
crazy.
yeah, I think that's the issue too because a lot is like happening without being said, if that makes sense. Like it's a bunch of back and forth when I feel like the issue can just be squashed, like, and that's just it. So
You, I would say trying to, trying to appease, you know, over 200 people in the Discord is not easy. Y'all can turn the comments back on. I can have the comments can come back. Are you okay with the comments coming back on,
yeah,
Kiana?
that's all I wanted to say.
Okay. I just know they better be respectful.
No, yeah, just good luck with everything. I'm just gonna go ahead and give my daughter a shower, but I
Okay.
don't want no apology. I don't want you to have to
I
please
understand.
anyone. I just want everyone to just, I feel like there was support, and I don't know, but good luck. I don't want you to feel down. I don't want you to cry. It's sad, but yeah, I think it's very sad. I don't want you to cry. But just good luck with everything, and
Thank you, Kiana.
I hope something good comes out of it, because at the end of the day, we do have work that needs to be done with Black creators with issues in this world, and yeah.
And if you if you find it in your heart um to forgive me, and we can, if we do, if we can move on, then I just want to say I will be, I'm doing the thing that I told you that I was going to do on May 31st. I'm doing the thing, and hopefully, maybe you know what I'm talking about. I'm saying it without saying it, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Do you remember?
I think so. I'm not.
That's okay. All right. All right. I'll send you a message. If you respond, I'll be like, awesome. If not, I totally understand. It's no pressure. I promise you. Absolutely no pressure whatsoever. But thank you so much for coming up, Kiana. And just thank you. I appreciate you.
Okay. Have a good
All
one.
right, love. Have a good night. Drop some hearts in the chat. Drop some hearts in the chat for Kiana. Okay, I got like one more in me. Who did that? I didn't do that. Who did that?
Oh, that wasn't me.
Oh, that wasn't you? Okay. All right. I don't know what happened.
I requested, but I didn't like press anything. It just added me on here.
Oh, that's strange. All right. I think a mod wanted to come up. Did you want to say something, Tenora?
Oh yeah. I just wanted to say, like, I've been listening for a hot minute, and you apologize. And look, I'm not gonna get on you about anything, because you were able to, to say like, hey, even like a good thing you say, you're gonna like dismiss yourself from the tour. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good enough, for me, because you actually standing on saying like, look, I don't support what Z said. I told her to, like, why would you even get on there and set yourself up like that? You did that to yourself. So look, I'm out, because I listened to Santana live and heard about everything that he said, like the NDAs, like even hearing like the whole thing. I'm like, well, I wouldn't have signed it. So I'm glad you didn't, and Santana did, or anybody didn't. So, and I just, as Black people, we always, have that saying, like, to get over it, and, you live and you learn, or the term, it is what it is. And you can please a lot of people, and you're going to have people that just, going to be still bitter or upset, and just, oh, well, Erica should have did this, Erica should have did that. you know, you can't please everybody, and sometimes you just gotta look at it like, well, I said what I said, I apologize, and you either can accept it or you don't. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna still make a difference and help the youth and, you know, educate the youth and do what you can as, you know, an adult to actually, you know, make a difference. You know what I'm saying? So I support everything that you do. I'm glad you're able to be transparent through everything, because at the end of the day, there's one creator that Santana mentioned, and you've mentioned, that said, you know, has not said anything. And I think we both know who. So the fact that people are like in the comments trying to get up on you or anybody else is just really like, you know, I don't like it, because at the end of the day, it's like, you know, people supposed to, you know, everybody's like support mental health. And then when they're trying to like come for you and say a lot of things about you and, oh, you didn't respond in Discord quick enough or and all that. It's just like, come on now. Like, I was having a moment for a minute. Like, give me a second and I'm going to get back to you. So I'm just glad that you were able to handle it the way you did. And, you know, if you want to take a break, just to woosah, take a walk or something like that, it's okay to do that. It's okay to take time off. Not time off, but just take a little zen, go outside and just, you know, just think about, you know, something else. Because I know it's a lot to take within the last 2 weeks, because it just was a lot. So I want to say that you're strong, and I really like support anything that you do, because it's not a lot of, you know, it's a lot of Black women out there that are doing, but like, you know, you being out there, especially in politics, because, you know, being a Black woman in politics, you see how Kamala Harris was able to do it.
Yeah.
It's just a lot. And just being a content creator in politics is a lot, and it's not easy. You're going to have a lot of, you know, people agreeing to disagree or just disagreeing with you all in general. But as far as this go, you apologized, you took accountability, you cried, you responded and did what you had to do. And I commend you for that. And I just wish nothing but positive energy. And I can't wait for May 31st, whatever you're doing. So
I can't wait for May 31st either.
Yeah, I just want to give you your flowers. I just want to give you your flowers and just, you know, hopefully get a good night rest, take a hot bath, drink some wine, do something. So that's all I need to say. No problem.
Thank you, love. Thank you so much. All right, have a great night.
You too.
Thank you. All right. Okay, Chum.
I just have one question, really. Well, I guess it's a series of questions. I guess earlier, did you post something on your story that said you're doing a sub-only live for the loves to talk about what happened?
I did post that, and then if you were here at the beginning, I said that I didn't want people to have to pay to actually comment. So that's why I opened it up, and then I only let subscribers onto the panel.
Okay, which I totally understand, that's fine. I don't really understand the idea that you're requesting resolution from your community if a majority of your community has made it very clear that Dan is not someone we feel is safe. And yet, not only did you bring him up on the panel, whether it was an accident or not.
It was an accident. I was trying to let G Snooks on, but then I pressed it. He was on the bottom, and Dan was the person that was at the top.
Well, and that's totally fine, totally valid. It just then he continued to then comment throughout the entire live. His followers are in here commenting the entire live. Every single panelist is getting absolutely eviscerated in your comment section.
So how long have you been here, Chum?
I've been here the entire time, and you have mods.
Let me be clear. Let me be clear on something, guys. The reason why I'm taking this tone with Chum is because Chum decided to post a video about me, disparaging me. So this is why I'm taking this tone with Chum. And I'm trying really, really hard. I'm trying really, really hard. Because guess what, guys? Guess what? I was in Costco minding my Black business, all right? When someone sends me a link, right, for a video, and I'm like, what the heck is this? What the heck is this? When I tell you, have you ever felt that feeling where your body just feels empty, it feels hollow, and you start shaking, and you're like, what is this? That's what happened. Then they deleted it, and then someone else posted it. So that's why I'm taking this tone with Chum, because of what she did. I'm trying really, really hard right now. I am trying really, really hard right now. You want me to be held accountable? Jamal, I'm going to say step in at any time. But you want me to be held accountable for something? All right. Listen. Someone brought drama to my space. Someone brought drama to my space. I didn't have a problem with the. Okay.
I'm gonna step then. I okay. Yeah. What I don't want to happen right now is this to become a couple of things. And I'm gonna be super transparent in this moment. One, I think the questions and comments that relate to other people that are not here need to happen with them first. I also think, and I'm going to say this to Erica, I'm talking to you directly because I love you. I think one of the mistakes, and I don't think it was intentional or malicious, that I'll call out is, I don't think we should have said that you were having a conversation with a person without like just making sure it was comfortable with them knowing that you're having a conversation. But I think that you said it because people are asking you.
Okay.
I want us to move from a place of love, and I get that in this situation, there has been a lot of hurt. What I'm going to invoke in this moment is for us to rely on our better angels. We got to move from a place of love. And so I would not answer that question.
Okay.
And Chum, you certainly are on here. I'm saying that because I think there is some opportunity for this to get worse. And I don't want that to happen. I want people to have a conversation. So I'm going to say not to answer the question, but that's Jamal, right? Like Erica, you're a grown woman and can do whatever you want. And Chum, you and Erica can have any conversation you all want. It's her panel, but I am just merely here because I had something else to say unrelated to any of this.
Oh, no, I listen to the old wise man. I listen to the old wise man. That's what I do. I listen to the old wise man, and I'm just going to fall back.
It's been hurt. Right? Mm-hmm. There has been hurt. Mm-hmm. And I think anybody saying that, folks, we only have this sort of emotional response when we care and love people. Like, seriously, like, I just kind of want to name that. Like, the opposite of love is not hate. It is indifference. Yep. When you do not love a person, you are indifferent about them. You must, like, to have this sort of visceral response means that you cared at one point or another. And that might be grotesque, and people might not think that the way to move. That is my position. But once again, I'm not trying to silence anybody. I want conversations to happen. And anybody that has had an individual conversation with me knows that that's how I move in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. So, Chum, would you like to ask another question?
I genuinely, and James, you can answer if Erica's not comfortable. I don't really understand how we're supposed to have a conversation when we've tried to have a conversation. It has not panned out well in the slightest. And now there is no space in which we can have a conversation. And this panel was supposed to be a place where we could have the conversation, and now we can't. So, and if people don't feel safe in your community because of the people who are now in it, because of the situation with that other creator, I don't know where to go from here. And James is absolutely correct. I do have love for you because, like, people here don't know. I've been here since the beginning of You and Ren. I was modded without even asking because of my loyalty to this channel. And now I have no platform to speak to you in any way. And so, yes, I responded with hatred and very upset because that
hatred is loud.
But honest.
It's honest, but hatred is wild.
But honest.
This light, that's what I'm talking about, though.
I think that's a synonymous word. So let me play mediator for a second. Take out my own mediator hat. I think that is the word people go to. I don't think, I hope, I can't speak for Chum. I don't think Chum hates you. I think that word is an attempt, and I'm not trying to tone police anybody, so tell me shut the hell up at any time, Erica, because I don't want people at my neck saying, oh, Jamal trying to be nice guy here. But I think I think it was an honest response, right? Like, I think that that is an honest response and appropriate to be clarified. And I think, Chum, some clarification on the word hatred might be appropriate here.
Hatred likely was not the right word. And it's a situation where I have a lot of feelings that have built up over the last 3.5 weeks. And there are a lot of things happening behind the scenes that all 800 of you have no clue what's happening in many communities. And if like I said, if there is nowhere for us to speak, I don't know where to go from here. And if your community doesn't feel safe speaking to you in our community, I don't know where to go from here.
I want to say something, Chum, and I'm now going to take a point of personal privilege, if that's okay, Erica. My insertion was for the protection of another person I consider my friend. And I think you know who that person is, Chum, and I'm not going to drag their name into the middle of this. I think, just so that I am clear, and if Dan is still up here, I'm prepared to check him for his behavior. Just so that I am clear, because I have said it very clearly. And I think she has said that he needs to apologize. I think I saw his commentary. I find it infuriating.
In here,
despicable.
like tonight?
No.
Oh, previously. Okay.
His previous commentary is absolutely unacceptable. And moreover, I'll go a step further. I always protect Black women. And I think grown men, need to mind the way they talk about women. So that I'm saying that for the record. So, Chum, my insertion insofar as my comment wasn't about anything you said about Dan. Just so that I'm clear.
Understand.
Yeah. Again, I hope to have a conversation with other party affected here, hopefully soon. I do hope to have a conversation with them, and the door is always open to have said conversation. And then I would just say we would have to go from there, and that's we would just have to go from there.
Okay. If that's your position, that's totally fine. I will make it clear, not only to myself, but to everyone, that until a private conversation is had, you guys aren't going to speak about it publicly anymore.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming up, Chum. I hope you have a great night.
Erica, if I may, I just want to address something. You can cut the comments back on if you're one of the mods. Like I think I know why it was turned off, but I think you can come back on, and I'm going to say something, and I want to be very clear and qualify that I came up here to say this before Chum came up. There is some frustration between Chum and Erica that I don't share, right? And I move that way in the way that I do the work that I do. But there are some comments that I want to address, and this is irrespective of Chum and the other party, and there's a conversation that needs to happen, and I have said that as loudly as I can. And don't go in the comments. Don't go in the comments back and forth, because I'll turn them off again. I want to be clear that I very rarely get mad, but I find myself getting exceedingly frustrated by some of you that demand the labor of Black women, demand that they nail themselves to a cross, demand that they act in a fashion that benefits or ingratiates themselves to you, and that the fact that you cannot understand how that is wielding the tools of supremacy is beyond basic logic. Those of you that continue to come up here disrespectful, loud, and wrong, I want you to hear me under the sound of my voice say, you need to grow the fuck up. I am disgusted by the sort of comments that I've seen today, by the sort of disrespect I've seen today, by the way that people act as if they can't give forgiveness and then claim to have some sort of liberatory practice. For sure, people have a right to be upset. What they do not have a right to do is disrespect Black women in any space that I'm in. And what I cannot fathom is how much courage you have in your fingers, but fail to be able to knock on the doors of your own relatives that are racists. I want to be clear. There is a difference between self-flagellation and apologizing. There is a difference between demanding perfection, which is a tool of supremacy, and a person coming to you contrite. Erica has been nothing but gracious. And quite frankly, if it were me, I might not have the same patience or tolerance. So I encourage you to stand in the nasty reflection of your truth and determine if what you want is to cancel her or if what you want is an apology, because she has done it over and over and over again tonight. And some of you have just been hell-bent on being disrespectful, been hell-bent on and I want to frame this for you because sorry, Erica, but I want to frame this for you all. You are mad at her because of racism, a system that she has no power in, with the exception of saying something, and she is getting more flack than the racists. I want you to imagine the level of audacious audacity you must have to act that way. Are you well? Are you okay? Enough. You all are tap dancing on my nerves, but I won't be in a space that you all gang up on a Black woman. You've lost your damn minds.
Jamal,
Your
can you
mom is
do me
a
a
drama
favor?
queen.
Jamal, can you do something for me? Can you just stay here?
Yes.
I just feel better if you stay here.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, I'm letting up the last person for the night, and then I'm gonna. Oh, and then Omega is here too, and Naquan. So then I'll let them two up at the same time. Hello.
Hi, Erica.
Hey, G Snooks. What's up?
Thank you finally for letting me up. I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not up here looking for forgiveness or anything like that, but I want to change the timeline from the perspective of those that are actually upset. Because the chat is very nasty and has no idea what your day one community is actually feeling right now. They have no idea at all. There's a whole lot of behind the scenes going on. And I'm going to try to break this down to the best of my ability.
But G Snooks, I don't want to stop you. Before going over, what timeline are we? Are we talking about the timeline of the tour, or are we talking about other people?
I don't care about the tour at all.
So if we're talking about other people, dear, I am going to ask because I want to talk to the other person first.
I'm not going to drop any names. I want you, because you keep saying, well, what should I do for you guys? And I want you to understand why we feel the way we feel because of what we've seen. Let's take it from a perspective of not knowing anything. Right? Is that okay?
Go ahead.
So we had the women's live, and it was great. We seen something huge about to happen. The bullshit went down with the one white kid, and a certain creator hosted a live for one of the victims. You weren't happy about that and came into a voice chat and all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
After that, Ren got dropped. Then the separation was clearly noticeable, and all of us were asking each other what the hell is going on, right? I'm doing my best not to look at the comments here, but
you want me to turn them off?
You know what? Can you? That would be awesome. I really just want to have a conversation with you. So,
oh wait, go ahead.
So the live happened, the voice chat happened. After the voice chat happened, the separation was noticeable. and nobody understood what was going on. And I heard you say drama, this and that. I don't want to talk about none of that. I'm only giving you the community perspective. Once the community seen that you were separating, we didn't understand why. A certain creator voiced an opinion on a certain thing, and we thought we were all on the same page. And then it came out like 3 days beforehand, all of a sudden we weren't on the same page. Then we get into the whole diatribe of like what Applesauce was talking about is the stuff that the information that we were all giving you that didn't obviously hit home hard enough to change. Now, again, I'm trying to keep it cordial from a place of early perspective. There's a lot of knowledge behind the scenes now. And I don't want to get into any of that. But that's why we started getting so upset. That's why. It had nothing to do with the tour itself. Had you said, you guys, listen, I understand that you don't agree with the tour or you don't like the things that are happening on the tour. Erica, what did I message you? What did I tell you about the tour?
I would have to look at the messages to see.
I told you, Erica, whatever you do, I just want you to be safe, right? I said nothing is more important than Bubba, right? That's what I said to you. I'm getting a little emotional. I'm not gonna lie, but listen, the community that you had, I can't say have. I'm gonna say had was a fucking family. And it was like you went to get the gallon of milk and never came home.
I think the only thing that I can address at this time, because I hear you, is Ren. And I've spoken to Ren since all of this has happened. We spoke late last week. Ren and I had talked about this before about me
you know what?
hosting
You
the
know,
live.
hey, let's
I think
stop
people
it.
keep
Let's stop it.
asking. Let's stop
No,
it. Okay.
yeah, let's stop it because there's already some stuff there that I don't think should be addressed publicly. As much as even the community ourselves might want to hear you say it, I think it's best if you don't.
Okay.
Outside of that, I hear you. I understand where you guys are coming from, but I think personally that this tour is going to be something big for me. It's going to take me somewhere. I'm going to jump on this opportunity. I'm sorry if you guys don't feel that way, but I need to do this. We loved you. We love you. We would have sat there and we would have said, okay, you know what? Erica's making this decision. She's an adult. She knows what she's doing. This doesn't go any further than this. But Erica, that never happened. That never happened. Tell me I'm wrong.
I told y'all I was excited about it in the Discord.
No,
If I had a Discord, I did. I told you that I was excited about it in the Discord.
But it was after.
I understand. It was before. I told you I was beforehand that I was really excited about the tour. I said, I'm really excited about this. And then I went on and I explained that I was excited because I get to talk to college students. I get to do something that I've always wanted to do. I said that. I said that I was excited.
You did.
And
but
then
you didn't,
people
but
kept
you didn't.
and then people kept coming at me with the questions about like everything about the organizers, stuff about that ad, then like the stuff about like the two people who were headlining. I'm like, why do people want me to answer questions for everyone else? Like, ask me a question. Like, what does Erica think about what Erica is doing? I told you what I thought about what I was doing. I was really excited to be doing it. I was excited. And again, I say, you've been here the whole time, Snooks. All right. You heard what I said to Applesauce.
But remember,
All right.
I don't
Moving
mean to interrupt
forward
you.
in the future, I just want to finish, please. Moving forward in the future, that if I don't know what to say, it's okay to say, may I have a moment? I just need a moment.
I hear you, but again, it was the perception and timeline. You had already created so much distance that we didn't know what the hell was going on.
You know what's never mind. So I said, you know what's crazy though? No one actually asks what's going on. No one asks what's going on. Only one person reached out in a DM to ask what was going on in regards to my platform, specifically in regards to my co-host, and I answered their question. Answered their question.
I'm not talking just about your co-host though. I'm talking
No,
about
I'm talking about
just
I'm talking about, but I'm saying that's what the one person reached out for. Not to interrupt, I'm just saying that's what someone reached out, and they were very specific about that.
I, you know what? That's fine. I don't know what else to say. I don't want to get into nothing personal. I don't think this
I've
is the place for it.
apologized.
No, but see, Erica, you don't. That's the thing, though. We don't really want like we don't want an apology. We don't give a shit about the tour. We feel like our mom left us.
No. I know what I'm saying is I apologize that people felt dismissed. That wasn't what I wanted to do. When I was talking to Kiana, I apologized that people felt dismissed. If I didn't give a fuck, I would not be here. I just want to let you know that, G Snooks. All right. If I didn't give a fuck, I could have told y'all a lie in the Discord. I could have just typed some shit up on the keyboard and just hit send. Literally ruminating over answers, going back and looking at messages and be like, damn, really? It's really like this? Like, it's really like this? Like, how do I even respond to this? Not getting out of. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you. I apologize. I really do.
Again, for TikTok purposes, this is Pellegrino. It's just water.
The messages got progressively what I would call worse because they weren't being answered or addressed at all. That's all. And I'm not looking for anything.
I'll tell you what did it for me, G Snooks. What did it for me, Snooks, is the people coming into every single live that I was in and saying mean things. That's what did it for me. That's what did it. It was like, I'm seeing people here who say that they support, and then they're leaving all of these comments. Like, they're leaving comments in the lives. You're dead to me. I supported you. Why won't you do this? Why won't you do that? Like, I'm like, whoa. Like, are we trying to actually talk, or are we going to be having an argument? Y'all already know I don't like to argue.
It's because the family felt abandoned, Erica. That's why.
I did not want to abandon the family. That is the last thing that I wanted to do. And I'm going to say it. Y'all don't want it, but I'm going to say it. I'm sorry. I didn't want to abandon the family. I'm going to leave it at that. I did not want to abandon the family.
It's hard to see that when there was things. I don't want to be specific.
Snooks, we'll talk. You messaged me. I see that you messaged me. We can talk.
No, but all I want to say is it's hard to see that when you're bringing in circles of people that actively have issues with the family. Even in these comments right now, it's the same shit. The comments were vile. I know you don't want to see it because it's a new set of followers, but your OG community sees it. I'm telling you. The immediate L chums that just came out, like, it's not fair.
Did I say?
Yeah, so there were corrections every time somebody's name came up. I didn't even see your name, and I know I was actively blocking people. So I guess I'm confused. You want her to block every single person that puts it?
No. But when I talk about us as I keep saying family, but we could call it whatever, community, whatever. The issue with the community seeing you welcome in people that are actively being vile towards us it's just wedges a divide, and it just gets more and more spiteful. And I agree. I don't mean you being spiteful. I don't mean you being spiteful.
I saw something on my phone, G Snooks. I'm sorry, that wasn't for you. I do apologize. That wasn't for you. Every time I see the comments, I'm gonna call them out. I don't want any hateful comments. That's why I turned them off because I don't want any hateful comments. I still love everyone. I do. All right, even if I have to love from a distance, Snooks, I still love
See,
everyone.
and that's where we're going to have to talk in private because there's a
Okay, got you.
lot behind the scenes that I don't think the public needs to hear
Okay,
about certain people and manipulation that I think needs to be said out loud amongst the community that felt abandoned.
okay, okay. We can talk. I'm the door. We can talk. I'm saying it right now that we can talk. Okay.
And you got to remember too, I'm just a
Yes.
cishet white guy. You got a community of people that have way different marginalizations and love for you that I'll never understand because I can't understand it. And when I say we need to talk offline, I don't necessarily mean me. If I got to be the messenger, then so be it. But it's far deeper than just
You're
me.
the only person that asked to talk offline, so that's why I'm saying that we can talk. If you want to talk, we can talk. If somebody
Erica,
else
so many
wants to,
people sent you PMs. So many
I
people
wish
sent
you
you
could
PMs.
see them. Who I know who did. I'm not gonna say any names,
We don't have to.
but
It's fine.
they weren't kind. They weren't moving
Again,
in.
it got more and more spiteful because of what the perception of abandonment that everybody has. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Erica, we would go to fucking war for you. The same way we're going to bat for other people right now because we have no choice but to. But that you know what? That's all I
Okay,
really
talk.
got. I appreciate you finally letting me up. I really do. Again, the timeline and perception is everything, and I hope you could try to see it from that perspective rather than,
I understand. I do.
you know what
I
I'm saying?
understand.
Okay, all right.
And once given the opportunity, once everyone feels comfortable, if they want me to talk about it publicly, I'll talk about it publicly. If they
I don't
want me
think
to
it should
talk
be
about
public.
it
I think it
privately,
needs to
I'll
be in a
talk about it
Discord.
privately. I
It needs to
understand.
be in a sub only or a Discord or something along those lines.
I got you.
But whatever conversation you're having tomorrow, obviously that one needs to come first before you address any of us.
Understood. Well, thank you so much for Snooks for coming up. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too. Thanks. All right, Jamal. I think I'm finished. I'm tired.
All right, you said two people's names. Are you sure?
All right, what are we about to do? What's happening?
You good. You just said you mentioned two people in particular that you wanted to bring up, and I just don't want you to. You said you were going to bring them up, but you can do whatever you want. If you are done, you are done.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I am done. Sorry, Naquan. I'm sorry, bro. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna go have some Don Julio. And Bubba's gonna judge me because then he's gonna be like, "Are you an alcoholic?" I'm like, "Bruh, like when's the last time I had a drink? Like, be serious."
Well, I think pour you two because I'm gonna have three.
Okay.
I love you,
Love you
and
too. Thank you.
and be good to yourself. You
I'm
owe it to you.
gonna try.
All right.
I'm gonna try. All right. Thank you so much, Jamal.
All right. Bye bye.
All right, guys. I gotta call it. I gotta call it. Thank you so much. We may do some decompression tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. I know Saturday, I won't do anything. Maybe just start over Sunday. I don't know. I wasn't expecting anything, but thank you very much to Christian for the love, sending love all the way from Norway. Thank you so very much for that. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Drop some hearts in the chat from Christian from Norway. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. And a wise woman, like I'm gonna tell y'all a story, right? I think I was like 20 or 21, I think. I think I was at around that age. 2007. So yeah, 2007, I was 20. Miss Renee. She was a beautiful, beautiful older Black woman. She had all her hair was gray, and she was just beautiful. She was so funny and so sweet. She just simply was. And the thing that she always used to tell me, and I never knew that it would resonate so much with me, and it's something that I actually always have to remember in times like this. She always says some people are in your life for a reason, some for a season. No matter